Hi, within this lecture we're going to learn how to download Tor browser, which enables us to browse the dark web. Okay, so as you can see, I'm running a VPN book right now in my Kali Linux, and actually you can install this Tor browser in your own host machine as well, like in Windows, in Mac, but I'm going to show you how to install it on Kali Linux. If you want, later on you can go and download it on your host machine as well. And I'm running this VPN because Tor networks are blocked in most of the countries. So maybe it's not blocked in your country, but it is very wise to run this VPN because most of the countries ban these Tor networks, and most of the time it's not actually illegal to go into these websites, but it's safe to run VPN anyway. So let me create a new terminal here and zoom in so you can see it better, because before we go on and download the Tor browser, I'm going to install Tor libraries on my Kali Linux. So all you have to do is just run this command, apt-get install Tor and -y, and this y stands for yes, so it will say yes automatically to the questions that this apt-get install command will ask us, and it will install the Tor package for us. Okay, so I mentioned this before when we did apt-get update thing. We're going to use apt-get install in order to download repositories on our Kali Linux machine, and this Tor repository will enable us to run Tor browser and Tor commands efficiently. As you can see, now it's downloaded for me. It may take more time for you because I believe it was already downloaded on my computer, but you have to run this apt-get install Tor-y command. And after that, after you download this, now you can go back to the terminal, and this is still running. Okay, the VPN is still running, and in fact this is the only time that we're going to need VPN in our course anyway, so we're not going to use VPN from now on. So if you open your browser and go to google.com, you have to search for Tor browser. It's written like this, Tor browser. Okay, and you have to go to this torproject.org. As you can see, this is the first result for me. I will click on it, but you have to make sure that you're downloading it from torproject.org. This is the official website, and you can find Tor on a lot of pages on internet, but it's not too safe downloaded from unknown sources, so make sure you go to torproject.org. As you can see, it's compatible with Windows, Apple, Linux, Android, and they have the source code as well. And I'm going to download it for Linux, but you may choose to download it on your own computers, host computers as well. But I always use Tor in my Kali Linux as a virtual machine, and I don't waste so much time on it, but when it's necessary I use it on my Kali Linux machine. So I'm going to click on this download Tor browser button here, and I'm going to say save file. If you are using the 32-bit of Kali Linux, of course you may choose to download it so. By the way, I have downloaded it before in order not to make you wait, so I'm going to say cancel. Since I'm running a VPN, it may take some time, even though it's only 70 megabytes right now, so I have downloaded it before. So I'm going to close this down, and you're more than welcome to pause the video and come back when your download is finished. But as you can see, I have my tar file completed in my downloads folder. The first thing that I'm going to do is to unzip this tar file. So this is a zipped file right now. And this unzipping process for tar or for .zip is no different than regular unzipping. Right click here and say extract here. So it will unzip the whole folder for you and place it under downloads as well. So now you can reach the Tor browser from here. And after you see this extract to download is completed, you are more than welcome to move this to trash. So double click on this and you will see this Tor browser NUS folder. And if you double click on it once more, then you will see this start Tor browser.desktop file. So there is a trick here. If you double click on this file, it may start or it may not start depending on your system. But of course I'm going to show you a guaranteed way, but if you double click on it and if it's not working, then it isn't a problem because I'm going to show you. And before we go on and do that, we have to change a setting of Tor browser as well, but I'm going to show you later on because I want to explain what it is before we go on and change that. So if you double click on this, it will ask you to trust or not. You can say trust, of course, and launch, and it says Tor browser bundle should not be run as root. As you might remember, we are using the Kali Linux with root account. Okay, so let me go to my terminal and show you another way of opening this. We're going to solve the root problem later on, but now I'm focusing on this starting thing because double clicking on most systems will not make it. So we have to find this browser and we have to find this file inside our terminal, and I believe with your current knowledge you can do it on your own. While you try your own way in terminal to go to this folder and find this with ls command, I'm going to go into the trash and I'm going to find my deleted tar browser.tar. I'm going to put it on my desktop or my downloads folder one more time. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to do it from scratch one more time, and you don't have to do it. Okay, you don't have to do this. Only reason that I'm doing this is to show you that even though this double clicking doesn't work, you have an option to open it as well. Okay, so if I go now, I will see the icon as it was before. Now I'm going to find the start Tor browser.desktop from my terminal. I hope you managed to find it on your own. All you have to do is just go to cd downloads and run ls to see Tor browser folder, and if you write Tor and hit tab, it will autocomplete for you. Then we are in the Tor browser folder right now. Let me zoom in a little bit, and after that let me minimize this and this so you can see it better. If you type ls one more time, you will see you have a new folder, and let's go into that with cd command. Now if I run ls one more time, I will see that I can see my start Tor browser.desktop file. So after you find that, you have to do it like this: dot slash and the file name. That's how you execute files in Linux. Okay, so dot / and start Tor browser.desktop. So it means that I want to run this. As you can see, I managed to run it, but I got the same error one more time. Now this is the second problem that we have to solve. So click on OK and go back to your folder because we're going to change the code of this Tor browser. this is the good thing about free source, open source. Okay, you can manipulate everything you want whenever you want. Now I'm going into this browser folder, and in here you will find something called start Tor browser, and this is a coding file. Okay, and if you want to edit it, all you have to do is just open it with text editor. Okay, and here you see some bash code in here, and we have to find where it is deciding what to do when we first start our Tor browser. Okay, and the way to do that is to find the if statement, if check for root control. And if you don't know anything about programming, that's perfectly okay. We're going to learn about programming in the Python section, but for right now we have to solve this problem, so if you follow along with me, it will be solved. As I scroll down, I see something like this. There is an if control in here, and it gives a complaint like Tor browser bundle should not be run as root, and this was the exact thing that we were looking for. So this code block actually gives us this error. So if I delete it or just make it into a comment rather than code with hashes like in here, then my problem will be solved. So as I said before, if you don't know anything about programming, this doesn't make sense to you, but if you add hashes in here, this code won't get executed. Okay, so this is like taking a note. This is just a command, not a code right now. And of course we can delete it as well, but I'm going to leave it as that and say save from here and then close it down. So now I'm ready to run this one more time. If you run the same command in your terminal, then you will see that it's launching the Tor browser. And when you first launch the Tor browser, it will ask you to configure or connect. And I'm going to say connect, but again, if your Tor networks are blocked because of your country, because of your internet provider, then you may have a hard time connecting it. So it's better to do this process with VPN as well in that case. So my VPN is still running, okay, and I'm going to say configure, and if it's censored in my country, then I'm going to choose this. It will ask me for a bridge, and I can just select any of these bridges and try to connect with it. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to select another bridge. I am just going to try with that bridge as well. So these are connection points that will pivot your network through these bridges. So let me try one and say connect. And as you can see, now it's trying to connect, and now it's trying to load my network status and everything. And if you got stuck here, you may say cancel and try it with another bridge, or try it with VPN or another VPN. But as you can see, now it's working for me. Okay, so I think I have no problem with Tor browser right now, and as you can see, it appears in my pane, but as long as I close it down, it will go away, so you have to run it from your terminal every time. So this is the same thing with Firefox, okay? So this is a browser and this is a browser as well, but it allows us to browse the internet with Tor networks, and it allows us to connect to the other extensions like .onion, so we can browse the dark web. And of course, in time, they may change this outline here, they may change the image and everything, but as you can see, there is a search bar in here called DuckDuckGo, and maybe you have heard of it or may never heard of it before, but DuckDuckGo is a search engine. So you can reach it by typing duckduckgo.com in your browser. And it's not only with the Tor browser, you can reach duckduckgo.com from your regular browser, regular computers as well. By the way, this is a great search engine, especially for programmers and ethical hackers, and I suggest you use it on your daily life as well. So this doesn't track you, this doesn't save your current searches and everything for advertisement like Google does. So let's stop here, and within the next lecture we're going to discuss how to browse dark web with this DuckDuckGo.